Gentleman is recognized.
Thank you to my good friend from Massachusetts, Mr. McGovern. I rise today to talk about the Select Committee on China and to support the Select Committee on China. These past two Congresses, I've had the privilege of being the chairman on the Subcommittee on Asia and the Pacific and a senior member on the Foreign Affairs Committee. Worked very closely with my ranking member, Steve Chabot, good friend who we're going to miss. But also served as ranking member when Mr. Chabot was chairman on that committee. And we've learned a lot in how we should approach China. We've looked at supply chains. We've traveled to the region. We've talked to our partners in Southeast Asia and ASEAN. We've understood the vulnerabilities. Our subcommittee had the first hearing on the novel coronavirus back in February of 2020 when we didn't have a name on it. So we understand the importance as a doctor of understanding the origins of COVID, where it came from, how we can best prevent the next pandemic. None of those questions are ones that we should be looking at and bickering about as Democratic or Republican questions. Those are questions that just make a lot of sense to our security, our economic strength, and where we go from here. So I applaud the Speaker's comments on wanting this to be an American strategy, not a Democratic or Republican strategy. If we look at our own history, what served us well in the Cold War is we had an American strategy. It didn't change every 2 years. It didn't change with the new presidential administration. We acted on it, we laid it out there, we executed it, and we won the Cold War without going to war. That's what the challenge is that faces us today. I wish China had gone a different direction. I wish they had opened up. I applaud the work that Mr. McGovern does on human rights and addressing the Uyghur genocide. Speaker Emeriti Pelosi has been a champion on looking at the human rights abuses and what the tragedy that's taking place in Tibet. Those are all issues that we should come together, not just as the United States of America, but with our allies and friends, because they have the same concerns. I don't want to say we're in a new Cold War, but we are in a real challenge right now. So I support the Select Committee. Let's make it nonpartisan, and let's work together to create an American strategy. Thank you, and I yield back.
Expired. The gentleman from Oklahoma is recognized.
Mr. Speaker,